Opening statements start Monday in the high-profile trial of Milwaukee County Judge Hannah Dugan. A day of jury questioning today ended with the selection of 14 men and women.
They will decide whether or not Dugan is guilty of obstruction. From the key players to the reasons why attorneys for 12 News and other outlets had to object in court today. We're covering it all.
First, we begin tonight, though. Emily Pofall live outside the federal courthouse for us this evening with the jury makeup and the questions that they face today.
Yeah, guys, well, jury selection tends to be a tedious process. It's not as dramatic as trial, but when it comes to choosing the people who will decide the fate of Judge Hannah Dugan, a decision that's sure to get the nation's attention, it's a critical step for these two sides to get a fair shot. For Milwaukee County Judge Hannah Dugan, Thursday marks the start of her high-profile trial turned political flashpoint in the debate over immigration enforcement. Dugan is accused of helping an undocumented immigrant evade ICE arrest in the Milwaukee County Courthouse. Her movements that April day captured in this surveillance video, sure to be a key piece of evidence shown to jurors. The jury's makeup determined Thursday inside the federal courthouse downtown, where cameras are not allowed. Dugan, in a red blouse and black blazer, sat surrounded by her defense team and federal prosecutors, the two sides picking jurors from a pool of about 80. Jurors answered questions about their news consumption, opinions on the federal government, immigration, if they've participated in any protests about ICE, and if they've already come to a conclusion on Dugan's guilt or innocence. It's a group of 9 men and 5 women. All appear to be white, a mix of young and old, and they could be from any of these 12 counties. They each carry their own biases and experiences. The job for the defense and the prosecution, making sure these 14 could set personal beliefs aside while deciding Judge Dugan's fate.
Judge, how do you feel going into Monday?
Monday, all 14 will hear opening arguments before prosecutors, who have the burden of proof, make their case against Dugan. Dugan's defense team gets a turn, then prosecutors get a rebuttal. After closing arguments, 2 of the 14 jurors will be dismissed as alternates and 12 will deliberate.
And so, Emily, you said it there, opening arguments start on Monday. So essentially, everyone has tomorrow off.
Yeah, and the key thing there is making sure that the jury during those 3 days and also during the trial doesn't watch or read anything about this case. Judge Adelman today instructed them to avoid the news and barred them from talking with anyone about the case, saying, quote, "We've had a lot of trouble with jurors who want to do independent research," and quote, "all that produces is mistakes and mistrials."
Yeah, very intentional instructions right there. Emily Pofall reporting live for us tonight outside the federal courthouse downtown. Thanks, Emily.